Oh my god. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit different because I've, to be so honest, been absolutely, look at how beautiful it is outside. I've been absolutely dying to talk about this. When I say dying. But I've like found no time. I got a new job and I've been training, which means I'm working like every day. Every single day I'm working. It's a lot. And I've been having rehearsals too for the show that I'm about to be in. I have rehearsal tonight that I need to get ready for. I'm a little sick too. Please ignore that. But not as of recently, actually, the episode that it's like what my meltdowns have taught me of the Anything Goes podcast by Emma Chamberlain. I fucking love Emma Chamberlain. Oh, welcome back to the What the Heck podcast. I'm your host, Abby Heck, by the way. But I don't even have time to say that. Like, I don't even have time to say that. We have so much to talk about. Let me take a deep breath. As I was saying, though, she came out basically and was like, she didn't say Ethan Dolan, but like, yes, she did. Like, she gave the context, she gave it just enough context to where the viewers that like were there could be like, oh, she's talking about Ethan Dolan. Like, holy fuck, she just dropped the lore finally. After it's been 6 years? It's been 6 years. Holy shit. Yeah, I was 13 when this all happened. Now I'm 19. Yeah, 6 years. That's gross, but it's fine. Essentially, to recap, she comes out and says they dated for 9 months. They broke up. And then he, like, violently situationshiped her ass. And then she ended up like getting so mad she threw her phone against the wall, shattered it, and they never spoke again. So it's like, I really want to talk about it, okay? And I'm gonna do my makeup. That's what's different, because we're like kind of doing a get ready with me while we talk about this. It's gonna feel like we're on FaceTime, honestly, probably. But let's get into it. Situationship. I am like pissed. Like, I'm pissed. Like, I feel like when I say it's parasocial, like, it really is. Like, I feel like I know this girl. I feel like she's my best friend. And, like, she just dropped the most insane X-lore on me. And now I want to go, like, key his car. Like, I'm so livid. Like, it's really just, like, men ain't shit. And these Dolan twins really had people out here believing that they were, like they wore, like, a purity ring or something. Because people, when this came out, people were like, oh, like, I always knew I liked Grayson. Then Tana Mojo comes out, and then like this girl that makes music comes out, and she's like, oh, by the way, I wrote an entire album about how Grayson Dolan played me, like how Grayson Dolan's a piece of shit as well, a piece of shit like his brother. But I don't even know what to say about Grayson Dolan. I do think though that I don't know how they fooled so many people. They were like the boys, like they were like the guys, like all those MagCon boys type of genre, like subgenre of men or of boys. They were pretty young when they started. It's like, if your entire life you're mainly famous because everyone thinks you're hot, I can only imagine the huge fucking ego and the entitlement. Like, they probably thought they were like owned the fucking world. Like, they probably thought they could do whatever they wanted, and that's why they behaved the way that they did, because they thought they could just do whatever the fuck they want because they're hot. And that's kind of the way that like attractive men get to go about the world. And so looking back, it's like, I'm not surprised, but low-key, they had a lot of people fucking fooled. Like, a lot of people were like, I can't believe they would do this. Like, have you seen them? You know? But just like, fuck. I'm so livid. Now I'm going to speak on what I think is the most important detail. Ethan Dolan and Grayson Dolan make a music video. They direct the music video for Hawaiian Party by Cub Sport in like 2019, 2018, 2019. It was a very like, who sings Revin' My CJ7? Do you know that song? Somersault. That was like the Somersault, Rex Orange County, like indie, Mac DeMarco, like when artists were called indie because they were like independent artists. That was like right when indie itself, like that word was meaning a certain genre. And it was Rex Orange County, Somersault, Mac DeMarco, you know. Emma Chamberlain for me, like Primary Colors era, she like coined that era for me. Like I had the primary color nails that she got. She coined scrunchies at that time, like big trendsetter, that girl. But around this time is when the Sister Squad is kind of happening, and then it comes out they're going to direct this music video, and everyone's like, okay, cool. And this is around when those videos, people were making those videos on YouTube that was like proof that Ithma is real. And it would be videos of them like touching hands. And at the time, I think most of us had to be like 13 or 14, never been in a relationship before. Because now looking back as someone who's been in a relationship or been in a situationship, you look and it's like, hey, fucking duh. Duh, fucking duh. I feel like HRH collection. Duh! You know? Like, obviously, they're in a situationship, like, touching hands, gripping each other in the fucking Halloween horror house, and, oh my god, and when they were beefing, it's like, I feel like it's so obvious. I was like, y'all are mad at each other. You're mad, you're mad, you're mad, you're mad. And YouTubers love to be like, one video. You watch one video and you think you know who I am? You think you know me? Like, that 20-minute YouTube video was like hours of footage you edited together. You put that out. That's you. Like, yeah, it's a short video, but that's still you behaving that way the whole time. Yeah, you posted that willingly. Yeah, so I am going to think that you are comfortable with that video you posted willingly being a reflection of yourself. Are you stupid? So they'd be like, how do you, like, you don't know us. You don't know us. Okay, but like, be for real, you know, like, be fucking for real. Like, are you serious? Like, genuinely, are you serious? Anyways, Cub Sport. They do this music video for Cub Sport, and in it, Ethan Dolan is portrayed with a love interest because they directed and starred in this music video. And Ethan has a love interest, and it's this girl with brown hair, like longish brown hair, a red scrunchie, like a red tube top, and like some jean shorts. And people are putting side by sides this whole time being like, they couldn't put Emma in the music video because they couldn't confirm their relationship. But like, everyone's saying this girl's supposed to be Emma. Like, that's an outfit she owns, an outfit she's posted, an outfit she has worn and posted. There's a hole in this jacket. Ignore that. But I thrifted it. But everyone's initial reaction is, oh, they casted this girl because they couldn't put Emma in it, but they wanted to, so they got an Emma lookalike to play Emma. Like, they're supposed to be playing Ethan and Emma. Come to fucking find out, he married that girl. That was one of the, apparently, many girls that Ethan Dolan was hooking up with when him and Emma Chamberlain broke up. No, because that is fucking evil. That is so unbelievably evil. And, like, that's actually diabolical. People, like, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I can't remember if they kiss in the video, but I know they're, like, on the bed together, like, leaning, like, oh, like, we're doing homework. Like, oh, like, let's pretend Ethan Dolan didn't drop out of high school. Oh. We're doing homework. If I was Emma Chamberlain and I had to watch that video, I would have burst into fucking flames. I would have burst into flames. I would have spontaneously combusted if I had to watch that video. And then all the comments that they ate, all the comments are like, this is so obviously supposed to be Emma. But also, if you're that girl and you're hooking up with this guy and everyone thinks that you are only in this video to be portraying another one of his bitches, girl, stand the fuck up. Stand up. Stand up. Do you not think you could, like, be doing better? Like, get up. I mean, maybe they weren't fucking at that time. Maybe that's how they met and there was, like, chemistry. But still, not a girl's girl. Not a girl's girl. Not a girl's girl. Because elf halo glow. You're not a girl's girl. Holy fuck, can I form a sentence? I'm like so, I just like wanted to talk about this and I can't form a sentence now because I'm so shook by it. But why would she, because if that were me, I'd be like, fuck no, like I don't want to be involved with that, you know what I mean? Because like, sure, a lot of you are like, fuck, if it was Ethan Dolan, like I'd let him treat me however I want. Which is, it's okay to say that, but really in practice, I don't believe that a lot of you would. Because it's one thing to like have a hot boyfriend. Because you have to think he dated Emma. It's not like they were just in a situationship and hooking up the whole time where it's like a little bit more socially acceptable to both be hooking up with other people and to both not really be treating each other nicely. But they dated and Emma was like, you know, and this isn't assumptions. This is shit that she said on the podcast, that she wanted to be exclusive and like wanted to be exclusive again and was like, okay, I guess we don't need to date if you don't want to, but I don't want you hooking up with other people because it drives me insane, which is understandable. No one should have to be put through that, you know? And he's like hooking up with these other girls. I would not, like, it's one thing to say, okay, let him treat me like shit, but that can't be real. You can't actually be like, no, that's true. Because I know in practice, a lot of the people saying that would be like, I don't give a fuck how hot you are. Because it doesn't matter how attractive someone is if they are treating you like shit, you know? I want it to be studied how they convinced people that they were like purity ring wearing and that it was like super scandalous when they would mention that they've like had sex before. But we all saw that clip of him unhooking that bra with one hand in like a millisecond. And somehow still after that, everyone was convinced that they were like fucking missionaries walking the streets and knocking on people's doors asking for, you know, if they want to know about our Lord and Savior and save themselves for marriage. I don't know how they convinced an entire generation of people on the internet that they were innocent and that they would be like such great boyfriends and that they wouldn't hoe around and that they aren't the type to put a woman through a situationship. That genuinely needs to be fucking studied in a psychology class. I think what it is just wishful thinking. A lot of their audience was young and watching like that fucking movie that was also of the time, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and everyone just wanted to see like a hot boy like be a good boyfriend, because it's like that's, you know, I look like I'm covered in peanut butter, but it is gonna not look like that in the end. So just trust the process. L'Oreal Infallible concealer, if anyone's following this like it's an actual tutorial, bless you, but I'm making such a mess. How did they manage that? And then, not to mention Noah Centineo, who's also at this time being treated like, you know, another heartthrob, is like sending videos to women being like, let me see that P word gush, baby girl. And everyone's like clowning him for it when it got leaked. Because, hey, ew. And we don't think like, I feel like the Dolan twins were certainly that, maybe not that vulgar, maybe they were a little more smooth than, you know, your average Noah Centineo, but, and they knew not to like be cringe and weird like that. Also, throw back to that scandal they had that everyone forgot about, where they apparently like let one of their friends like move in with them and they were trying to do content together, but then he like sent heart emojis to a fan and their friend just like thought that like the fan was a girl that was interested, but then they like kicked him out of the house because he just like he couldn't get behind the we only talk to famous girls thing. We do not fuck fans. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that until someone brought it up. But that was, people were on this whole train of like the Dolan twins are actually shitty people. I can't get into that because I feel like as much as you can kind of tell someone's character, based off of how they behave in a music video. I definitely don't think you can tell if someone's genuinely a good or a bad person through what they post on YouTube, because I think a lot of YouTubers have slip-ups, and it's like, okay, like, maybe I can tell a little bit about you through these videos that you post willingly, you know? But I think it takes a lot. Like, I think you have to know someone for the most part, unless they, like, do something confirmed, like criminals, obviously. Like, you can kind of make a judgment call there. I'm not saying anything crazy like that, but I'm just saying, like, a YouTuber, it's a little bit much to try and be like, okay, this is definitely a shitty person if you don't know them. Does that make sense? I don't know, maybe I'm contradicting myself, but it's just a lot. And the Dolan twins have shaken me to my core this past, like, week and a half. They've really shaken me. The fact that Emma Chamberlain had to, I know she watched it. I know she watched it. And I know, because if I were in her spot and I was with someone and everyone was, like, speculating if we were dating, I'd be laid up in bed, like, giggling at those videos together. And I have a feeling something along those lines was happening. Or she was at least, like, watching them alone at home, right? This is the, like, that's his tart. Yeah. I don't know what it's called. It's all, like, wiped off, but you can, you know what to, like, buzzwords to look up and find it. But so I'm thinking for sure she's at least, like, seeing people, or, like, on Twitter, because they were on Twitter at the time. This was back in 2018 when the whole Sister Squad still used Twitter. So I'm thinking she's seeing everyone being like, this must be Emma. And it makes me wonder, was he telling her that whole time? Because that would have made me even more livid if this whole time he's like, well, you know, trying to convince her, like, well, you can't be in this video. Like, we want to be private. You know, we don't want to be one of those influencer couples, or that's cringe or whatever. So he's like, but we're going to get someone to play you. And low-key, I do wonder, and I think people are going to get my ass on this one, but I think, to a degree, the Dolan twins really used Emma Chamberlain for clout. Like, because they had 4 million subscribers, right? And she might have had less at the time, but she was up and coming and everyone loved her. Okay, and then I think they just, like, made this super group for clout. And I think there came a point where they were really capitalizing on the whole Ethma thing, which is why they probably continued to make videos after they broke up and were, like, in a situationship. I think people really put it past them to, like, do things for money. And, like, to not be 100% 100% authentic with their audience. This is Rare Beauty Blush, shade Believe. I was gonna use this one, but it's the Rhode Pocket Blush in Sleepy Girl. My friend got this for me for Christmas. It's so cute and, like, fun. I like it a lot, but I haven't found, like, a tool, like a brush or the blender that I like to, like, blend it the way I make it look the way I want it to look. So we're not going to use that today. We're just going to go with Old Reliable. But as I was saying, I do think a lot of that was just kind of faked to a degree. Like, that time, fucked up, by the way, because I do think the Dolan twins were a little bit more strategic with the way they grew their careers, and I think this whole Emma thing was a part of it. Like, do you remember that stunt they pulled when someone was, like, making fun of Emma Chamberlain on Twitter, and they were like, she has crusty lips because she's obsessed with chapstick? Like, okay, first of all, fucking good one, you weirdo. But Ethan Dolan comes out and he's like, oh, her lips definitely aren't crusty. I hope to God they were dating at the time and not just, like, in a situationship, because that is so weird. I probably should have, like, studied up on my timeline before I hit record, but I don't care that much about the whole situation. You know, I don't give that much of a fuck about it, but it is still shocking that all of this went down. And I'm just, like, pissed. Like, I keep seeing edit after edit. I'm like, I did not think that in 2025 I would be waking up pissed off at Ethan Dolan. Like, because they left the internet and I don't want to say I forgot about them. Like, I'd still be like, you know, love the Sister Squad. Remember the Sister Squad. And Emma Chamberlain, like, the fact that he was like, I want to be exclusive again, actually. And Emma's like, over the moon. She's like, holy shit, he wants to be exclusive. He ghosts her. I need to know. This is Morphe. Gleam Catcher Illuminator in Moonbeam. I think it's supposed to be liquid eyeshadow, but I use it as highlighter. What do we think happened? What do we think happened in between him saying, I want to be exclusive, and then ghosting her and saying, never mind, I don't want to be exclusive anymore? Because I didn't think about this until right now that I'm retelling it. He probably had a motive for that. And do we think it had anything to do with his now wife? Holy fuck, that's fucking insane that they got married. And part of me was like, girl, she should stand up. They should have both stood up, and he should have, like, had to be alone and, like, learn to cope with, I don't know, but generally men that grow up like that don't ever have to cope with anything. But anyways, I mean, obviously their dad died. Like, they had to cope with that. Like, don't come at me with, oh, you've had adverse childhood experiences. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I get it. I know. That's not what I meant. Like, obviously they've had to deal with things, but I just mean they don't ever have to cope with, like, hardships when it comes to girls, is what I was trying to say. But what do we think happened, and do we think it was, like, because I wonder, I feel like it's human nature to want what you can't have a lot of the time, and I wonder if he was going back to Emma as, like, a safe route, and maybe this other girl that played Emma in the Hawaiian Party music video, maybe she was playing hard to get. Like, maybe she was hooking up with other guys, and that made Ethan want her, but then she came around and was like, no, like, you and me, let's be exclusive. So then he was like, fuck, like, I made a mistake, cuts off Emma. Like, I wonder if he went to her right immediately after, like, no hesitations. I want more. Like, she gave us so much, but I want more. And I just have not stopped thinking about the fact that she had to walk, like, and she thought she was insecure. This is the Nikki Tutorials Ofra collab, by the way. It's highlighter, glazed donut. But she was, like, talking about how she was insecure about how she looked as a woman, because she was like, she didn't feel like she was, like, had a feminine enough build, which is so crazy that she was insecure, because I remember growing up thinking Emma Chamberlain was, like, one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. Like, I thought she was fucking drop dead gorgeous. Part of that is probably because I'm gay, and, like, I had a little bit of a gay crush on Emma Chamberlain. Okay, fuck off, whatever. Yes, I did. Okay, leave me alone. But I just thought she was so gorgeous, and she was a trendsetter. She was so, like, she was always herself, you know. At least that she came across that way, that she was never scared to be who she was, and she was just a likable girl. So I mean, it must not be super difficult to be who you are if you're, like, a cool person and everyone likes you. But, or not everyone, but most people like you for who you are. Send me to a mansion in LA when I'm 16 years old, I would have been like, oh my god, I probably would be, like, fucking dead or something. Like, I was such an idiot when I was 16. Such an idiot. Like, and she blew up too. Like, she was given, like, fame when she was, like, 15. I was so stupid. I was so dumb. I'm still dumb, and I'm 19, you know? I just don't, I admire how she has been able to handle herself from such a young age, and the fact that she had to go through this is just, like, part of me is like, oh my god, no one is safe from a situationship. Not one person. Not one person. Doesn't matter how big, how small, what gender, how famous, how not famous. It doesn't matter who you are never safe from a grueling situationship. But it's crazy because everyone thought they were, like, so cute. Everyone thought they were so gold until this comes out. I was like, oh, remember, like, the Sister Squad? Like, remember Ithma? Oh, we remember. And now we see the truth. And looking back too, this crazy thing is it's so obvious. And I saw a lot of people in the comments being like, I remember watching these videos, right, like when they were popular, and being like, if they're supposed to be dating, like, why is he kind of passive aggressive and mean to her? And I didn't see it until rewatching. I'm like, I saw one girl make a video and she was like, one time in that video where they're on the purple couch and Emma sits too close to him and he like pushes her away and makes her scoot over, and then they proceed to make fun of her for being 16 when they were like 18 or fucking 19. What the fuck? The girl in the video goes, I would have popped him in his fucking mouth, which is like, violence is never okay. You know, you shouldn't hit people, but like, low fucking key. He would have fucking deserved it a little bit. Like, give him a little pop in his fucking arm. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I feel like that would have caused an argument. And then someone else commented it's giving like that Taylor Swift song about like Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, where she goes, you dropped my fucking hand. Which is so real. I'm like, if you are dating, like, why are you being such a little fucking puss? Like, you're a puss. Hey, Dolan twins? Pusses. That's what you guys were. Also, motherfucker, also, dating a 16-year-old when you're 19, I don't give a fuck how mature they are. I don't give a fuck if you're not in high school. That's still weird. A 16-year-old could be as young as a sophomore in high school. Or a junior in high school. If you're 19, I am in my second year of college. Ew, what the fuck? Nah, what the fuck? No. That's not okay, that's fucking weird. And they're making fun of her. Looking back, they're making fun of her in these videos, being like, you really are 16, you really do act young. What the fuck do you mean you really are 16? You really do act 16. Hey, dumbass, it's because she's 16. Because she's a 16-year-old girl, and you're a 19-year-old weirdo man, and you are about to put her through the most grueling situationship of her life and break her heart, and bitch, fuck you. That fucking pisses me off. I'm mad. See, this is what I mean. I'm so mad. Like, we're friends. Like, I know this girl. I'm pissed. I'm so upset. Because why would you do that to her? Why would you treat her like that? Why are you dating a 16-year-old at 19? Why are you fucking weird? 16 and 19. That's weird. You shouldn't be out there dating people that are 16 if you're 19. They, like, just got their license at that point. You're 3 years older than them. My phone is literally dying. Holy shit. I am going to have to take a pause in the middle of this one in just a second because my phone's about to die and I'm getting ready. I'm going to have to go to rehearsal in a second. This is the Sachu, like, TikTok shop lip liner. It's in the shade Mauve. It's the one Billie Eilish uses. You can find it. I'm not going to be able to talk while I do it, so it's kind of useless to try and podcast while I do it. But that's the last thing I do if you have, for whatever reason, been following this tutorial. But I don't even know what to say. I'll probably cover this more in the second half because I'm still not done. But mainly, I just think it's gross. And I'm mad at Ethan Dolan for being a little situationship having motherfucker. And Emma Chamberlain is like the people's princess in my eyes, so I am not happy with him, and it's insane to me that they like convinced people of their bullshit. So, last thing I'll say, I'll probably put this on too. It's the shade Raspberry something, I think. Yeah, that's what I have to say on that for today. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you in a second.
I feel like I should start vlogging. Ignore the fact that I obviously need chapstick. My best friend just moved away. Like, if you could be fucking considerate, that'd be nice. If you... Stop looking. Now you've embarrassed me. But I think I should start vlogging. Expect vlogs, because it's happening. New York vlog. Fly to New York with me vlog. Never save money and never again vlog. My goal for 2025 is to take a week-long trip to New York at least 4 times this year. That's the goal. 4 times. 4 times. And that's gonna happen. That's very achievable. I'm a hard-ass worker, so... Yeah, bye. Hey guys, I'm back with another vlog clip. This shit is getting really parasocial, but it's all over my For You page. I'm lying. I did search it up. My eyes. Oh my god. But it's turning out that Ethan Dolan allegedly knew Christina years before he knew Emma, in which case he casted a girl that was he dating Emma at the time, or was he situationshipping with Emma at the time when he casted that Hawaiian Party music video, when he had a choice of who he could cast for his love interest? He didn't just cast some random girl from an audition. He casted a girl who he knew and went on to marry. If I was Emma Chamberlain, I would be sick for, I don't know how long, years, definitely, maybe my whole life. What the actual shit do you mean? Also, I lost my voice, but that's besides the point. I sound like I'm going through male puberty. But what the hell do you mean? I'm shook. I'm so shook. I can't. I need to get the insider info. You know what? I came to the conclusion it is parasocial because I continued to watch this edit on TikTok. I feel like Emma Chamberlain gave birth to me. Like that's just that. I feel like Emma Chamberlain is my muse and I love her, but also she did birth me. Like, she laid an egg and I hatched out of it. I'm just shook. I can't stop finding shit out, and I feel like this man betrayed my best friend. I don't need it, but I'm really curious on the whole story. How the fuck, what is wrong with him? Why date another girl? And it's I guess maybe he was just trying to explore and maybe get over this girl, and then everyone's saying oh, he got a second chance and then he took it. All I'm saying, no hate to them, they're married, whatever, they clearly love each other, I guess, I don't care about that. I'm not I'm definitely a little damn, the conclusion I'm coming to is if I was Emma Chamberlain, I would have tweaked the fuck out too. I would have smashed every glass, anything in my entire home. I feel like I would have gone on a rampage. What is going on? This is so crazy to me. I look like a snail right now. I gotta stop talking about this.
Hey guys, so this video has actually been all over the place, and I only have one thing. You're gonna be like, damn girl, you talk a whole fucking lot. I'm surprised you only have one thing to tell us. But yeah, after talking this whole video, the only thing I want to talk about before I forget to talk about it is that Nosferatu, I watched the fucking movie, okay? Nosferatu is a fucking freak. Nosferatu, look me in my eyes, is a fucking freak ass bitch. He's a freak, okay? I go to watch that movie and I'm thinking, Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise, alright, he's gonna be spooky, scary. I know Nosferatu as bald, kind of pointy nose, maybe witchy vibes. And then obviously Count Dracula from Sesame Street. Those are my two. I thought Nosferatu was a vampire. I never read the book. I never, I'm not that guy. I just thought it was gonna be a spooky little movie. We all know the gist. Kind of Nosferatu gives the boogeyman vibes. We all know who the fuck that is. So I pull up in the movie theater, and then I'm just gonna give you guys a general consensus of what this fucking movie was. Essentially, Lily Rose Depp, her character, her mom dies. Her mom dies, and the first thing she thinks to herself is, damn, I'm kind of fiending, I kind of need a licking, bad. So she starts praying for a licking. And do you think the big man upstairs he is so busy? You think he's gonna answer your prayer for a damn licking? No, but someone overheard her prayer for a licking. Nosferatu's freaky ass answered that call, and they had shadow dream sex for years, and she's ashamed. She's so ashamed. Not to mention, Nosferatu looks exactly like the shame wizard off of fucking Big Mouth. I don't know if that was on purpose.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a fucking reference. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm like catching a reference right now I wasn't aware of. But what the fuck? I don't know how I feel about that. Besides the point. She's very ashamed because she's been having freak ass nosferatu, big nose, crazy mustache, having schmeagle looking ass shadow sex for years. Clutching at my pearls at this point. But then she gets married to Nicholas Holt's character. Can't remember his name for the life of me. And some spookiness happens. But essentially, Nosferatu, again, not only is he freaky, he is jealous. Like, he's low-key giving... He has a jealousy problem because she gets married and he's pissed the fuck off. He's like, your husband, you're just gonna go be a freak with your husband after being a freak with me for years. Rightfully so. He was kind of peed off. He was like, you're supposed to be mine. Like, I was there for you. I was freaky with you when your mom died. And then so he was pissed. And he starts being like, oh, I gotta kill this guy, you know, like starts killing everyone she loves so that they can be together. And then Nicholas Holt's character goes to Nosferatu's house. And he signs this paper that Nosferatu gives him in the dark. You can't tell it's Nosferatu, like, face reveal yet. But then later, he starts telling Lily Rose Depp's character, he's like, your husband's a bitch. Like, he's low-key a little puss. Your husband's low-key a puss. Because he signed you away. He signed your life away. Now you have to be with me. And she's like, my husband wouldn't do that. He loves me. And he's like, I'm not saying he doesn't love you, but I am saying he's a little PAB. He's a little puss-ass B. Because he signed you away, like, and he was crying, he was shivering, he was shaking like a baby. Nice, cursive, beautiful handwriting, signed your ass rights to, like, literally the rights of your ass and holes to me. And low-key, that's around when the movie ends. Like, he's like, your husband's a bitch. She goes and fights with her husband and is like, you're a little puss. You signed me away to this demon that I've been having shameful shadow intercourse with. You now sign me away. Which is also like, girl, to be fair, had he signed you away or not, you low-key were, like, hitting it off with him anyways. But she ends up being like, all right, the only one that can make this guy fuck off and stop hurting people and stop bringing the plague to our land is me. Because, like, I kind of started this when I prayed for a lickin' when I was, like, 15 or something. First of all, Nosferatu grooming allegations? Hashtag Nosferatu's over party? Hey, riddle me that, though. He's like thousands of years old. How old was she? I bet she was a minor. How old was she? Hashtag cancel Nosferatu. Hashtag Nosferatu is over party. The final thing I want to add, because they do end up just having more freak ass. The damn freak off. They just end up having their freak off. And that's how the movie ends. And he, like, gets burnt away to a crisp in the sun. And she's, like the most insane freak off. Not to make light of what happened with Diddy, but I am being so serious they were having a freak off. It was scary. I was afraid. But I was not afraid in the way I was expecting to be afraid. As I was saying, the only other thing that I thought was going to happen that didn't happen, it's like, if you're going to be a freak-ass movie, okay? There's, like, this woman character, it's like her best friend. It's Lily Rose Depp's character's best friend. There's a point where they share a bed. And you think they're gonna freak? A lesbian freak off? A freak sesh? No, you don't get it. You do not even get a lesbian freak sesh. All you get to do is watch Nosferatu, who has the craziest I ride a motorcycle, I'm a piece of shit male manipulator mustache on a Smeagol ass fucking body. Terrifying. I can't comprehend how Bill Skarsgård did that voice. I don't know. I was so excited. Like, I thought low-key he was either gonna be like Slay or maybe a little fine, because Bill Skarsgård was under all that, allegedly. No lesbian freaking. No lesbian freaking whatsoever. Nosferatu was literally like, just looked like some of y'all's boyfriend. And it was like PORN, low key. Low key. Why do I keep like, I don't know what that is. I'm clutching my pearls because it was weird. It was so weird. I didn't like it. Needless to say, all of the actors, Willem Dafoe, great. You know, I don't think the actors were bad. I just I don't mean to say just because I didn't understand it that it was bad, okay? But it was, I wish I had known going into it that it was going to be so intensely freaky. Because I'm sitting here in this big room full of people watching this intense freakening happening in front of me, and I just would have loved a fair warning. And I was not given one. Anyways, that being said, this episode is probably about an hour or more, maybe a little less, I don't know. But I'm done talking. This episode needs to be posted. It's been filmed over the span of like a month, or like 3 weeks to a month. It's been a lot. And I will fucking see you guys next time. Thank you for listening to me talk. Go watch Nosferatu. Love y'all. Thanks for watching this far if you did. Bye.